Whoa. Damn, that sounds like some of my ex-girlfriends. Well, we have the Playmates Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire Battle Raw Shimo. Finally, monster battle sounds. Of course, you got the try me press button to activate. We just did that. And, it's the box is sticking with the theme of Godzilla X Kong. It's the GXK line of the box. It's not the Monsterverse. So it's got the blue, the pink, the crystals picture Kong and Godzilla Battle Raw Shimo on one side, Godzilla X Kong the New Empire on the other. On the back here, it has all four Battle Raw figures. Battle Raw Kong, Battle Raw Scar King, Battle Raw Godzilla Evolved, and Battle Raw Shimo. So with this, and I'm so shocked that, because Target is so weird. You really don't know what's going to be on the shelf. I am super, super happy that this finally came out. And I grabbed it yesterday. And this finishes my Battle Roar set. So, and I'll tell you what, other than the Kong mask, because I have the Godzilla mask, I bought that. I didn't do a review on it, I just posed it on the shelf, but I'll bring it out and show it to you at the end of this review. Other than the Kong mask, the Titan-sized Godzilla and Kong, which I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see those over here, and I don't even know if I'm gonna buy them. They're so big, I might. And the minis, that came in the blind box crystals. Just the Kong mask, the Titan-sized Godzilla and Kong, and the little minis is what I'm missing. You know what I mean? But I don't even know if I'm gonna get those. So I might actually be finished with the entire GXK Playmate set. Who knows? Maybe I'll complete the whole set. I don't know. But really, really excited to have this guy. I've been hearing about this guy for a while. I've been seeing him on Mercari for ridiculous prices. That's for sure. And I gotta admit, I almost took the plunge for $40. Glad I waited to get it for $15 at Target. Yeah, it's a $15 figure. And it looks actually quite nice. I really like the way Shimo's face is here. So let's get her out of the box and take a closer look at her. Okay, wow. So straight off the bat, I think this looks quite impressive. It's very nice. I would have to say it definitely blows the 6-inch away. It's got great detail on the body, on the legs, on the feet, on the top of the head. I love the way the dorsal plates are done here. They're done very nice in like a nice rich purple. You have the tail painted with a nice shade of purple down to the Thagomizer, which looks awesome. And then I love the legs and the feet. And the legs and the feet are kind of interesting here. You got bend at the feet on this figure, which to me that should give it some nice posability. So let's see what he could do. You already heard the roar, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I like the pose. I like the curvature of the midsection here, and the legs are quite nice. Yeah, oh wow. And Shimo's face is super nice. Look at the detail on the face. The eyes are a beautiful ice blue. The teeth are very well done in a perfect, almost perfect bone color. I'll open the mouth to show you the inside of the mouth on the next pose. But detail-wise, it's popping. And I think this is the most screen accurate Shimo as far as the face is concerned for Playmates figures. They really nail it here. Kudos to Playmates. This is definitely a beautiful figure, and Playmates is just, I love what they're doing, man. Keep making figures, Playmates. You're killing it. Okay, so I'm going to just show you the functionality of the feet here. The feet move so that they could go flat if you need to. If you need to stretch it out, get Shimo into a nice, like, action pose, like a walking pose. you can do that quite nicely with the way the feet move. I like how you could keep it flat if you need it, or stretch it out, or bend it so it looks like it's walking. And that's really nice, man. That I gotta say, for a $15 Playmates figure, this is impressive. And I think so far this is probably the best Shimo from Playmates. Look at that. I'm super impressed with the face on this. The detail of the face, and the way the teeth look. That looks fantastic. The eyes are very well done. It looks like Shimo, And these dorsal plates here are just gorgeous. I love the way they look. It flows right into the tail so nicely. And that's a cool pose. Okay, so now you got the tail on the ball joint, so you can move that all the way around. And these feet, look at that. Look at how it goes flat out, so you can extend one leg, and it's got the balance to give you like a swiping pose like that. Look at the way the feet function on this. Very nice for a Battle Roar figure to have feet that function like this. That's so cool. You get Shimo in a really stretched out, low pose like this. Look at that, man. Look at the functionality of how the feet work. Look at that, with the way they go flat. That's a really nice, expressive pose, man. I wish we had a little neck articulation so we could make this thing left and right, because the head sculpt is very, very nice on this. I don't know. There's something about it that just makes it really, really convey the look of Shimo. Dare I say, screen accurate from Playmates. And, of course, you can make the tail swing down. That's a nice pose. This is a looker, this figure. Really nice Battle Roar Shimo here. All right, look at that. Of course, you can easily, with the help of the tail and the way the feet work, get Shimo into a up on her hind legs pose. And you could get you could bend the arm out like that, the hand out, the claw, and just really create a nice, and let's just, yeah, awesome. You could have her bellowing out into the sky. So very cool that you can do this. You can literally have Shimo up on her tippy toes. Not that you're going to close it like that, but I'm just saying, I just want to point out the functionality of it so you could see how really nice the feet are here. I really love the balance on this figure. You could have Shimo in like a running or galloping pose like this, with this leg going all the way back, with the foot all the way back, and the front foot off the ground, just like mid-stride. So nice that is. What an absolutely beautiful figure this is by Playmates. For $15, this is why I sing the praises of Playmates. Look at this quality figure you get for $15. Absolutely, totally worth it. It's a good figure. That's why they're selling it on Mercari for $40 and $50. You know what I mean? The people who can't get it. Well, it is worth that. You know what I mean? But if you could get it in the store for $15, you're going to want to do that first. If you can't get it, man, you might have to just pay the $40, because it's such a nice figure. And I'm really happy to own it. Yeah, you could really do any combination of, like, feet off the ground here. And I love that. Look at that, man. I love how the feet work, so it looks like the feet are the highlight of this figure. The feet and the head sculpt. You know what I mean? Are the two best pieces of this figure. But I think that just looks so nice. Yeah, this has to be the best Shimo from Playmates I've seen so far. Let's actually compare them. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. This is the 6-inch, the Battle Roar, and the Giant Shimo. These are the three Playmate Shimos that I own. Yeah, I mean, of course, the scaling with this one is not really correct. You know what I mean? You can't, it doesn't scale with the other 6-inch figures, but, you know, this was the first Shimo that we got. Also, the detail on this, on his body is kind of smooth on this one, where it's a little more pronounced here, and probably done the best on the giant Shimo. You know, and I think here, out of the three, I think the face may be done the best on either the Battle Roar or the giant Shimo. You know, the dorsal plates are the nicest on the Battle Roar figure, and then yeah, I mean the giant one just seems to scale the best with the 6-inch figures. So anyway, there we have it. Anybody's wondering, can you get Battle Roar Scar King to ride on Battle Roar Shimo? Yes. Just looks a little funny because the scaling is not correct, but you can get them on them. And that's pretty cool. You can also have Battle Roar Kong ride Shimo. Which just, it looks kind of crazy because Kong was not that big compared to Shimo. But you could do it. You know, that scaling right there doesn't exactly look too bad. You could kind of have like Godzilla charging Shimo, kind of rushing her and scrapping a little bit, and the feet play into it, the way the feet bend plays into it. That's actually kind of cool. So there we have it, folks, and I'm really happy to have the complete Battle Roar set now, you know. I had Godzilla, Kong, and Scar King for a while now, so I'm very happy to you know, finish this particular set with Shimo. And you can see here, too, you know, Shimo doesn't really scale well with the Battle Roar figures either. So the 6-inch and the Battle Roar, you know, you're just getting it because that's that part of the line, but really, it's giant Shimo that scales with the 6-inch figures, and Battle Roar Godzilla scales with giant Shimo, you know. But yeah, anyway, it's pretty cool. Battle Roar Shimo is very nice, and this is a cool set. Okay, so that's gonna about wrap it up for Battle Roar Shimo. And I'll tell you what, that looks pretty nice too, where you can kind of like make him, you could almost make him look like he's, you know, like charging to the side a little bit. You know, you could get him on a lean like that, you know. And that right there looks quite nice in my opinion. So yeah, you know, if you're completist, you definitely need this for your Playmates collection. And I think it's a quality figure, especially if you could walk into Target or Walmart or wherever and pick it up for $15. It is worth the $15 for sure, you know. And yeah, man, I think it's absolutely great. So yeah, like the goddamn video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back at you with another one.